I love how you do that right when I'm talking.
I heard you say that.
How did you say that? I found a new way to braid and I want to try it on somebody.
Not me.
I need somebody with long hair.
I know.
You don't have that long.
Yo.
Yeah, I think I found everything.
Alright. So,
No, you do.
a few things that I want to talk about today is
Look.
Lamp.
universal.
Curtains.
No.
Toasters and tools.
I don't even know which one I'm doing when I do it.
Hey, can you unplug that for me? Can you unplug that for me, Zay?
I think I have everything.
Let me see you.
Hold on real quick, yo.
Dishwasher. These are words, not this one.
What was it?
That is right here, Deb. And rug is over here somewhere. Right here.
Alright. Alright, so sorry about that. Alright. So one thing I've learned about life is everybody's life and everybody's destiny and who they gonna be and what's gonna happen inside their destiny is pre-written. What's good, my guy GK Super? Hey yo, my man GK Super pulled up on me yesterday. We chopped it up outside the house for a couple of hours. Shouts out to my man. If y'all can, go follow him. Very, very solid individual with a like mind. And also have the ability to lead and direct the people just as well as I do. So make sure y'all go follow my guy, Real GK Super. Very talented MC. Very talented MC from every perspective musically. A very loyal person. Been through a lot of things that I've been through. So make sure y'all go follow him. The Real GK Super. A lot of people tell me this, and a lot of people ask, yo, Daylyt, how could I link with you? I just tell y'all, if y'all on the right path and how y'all moving in life, the universe will maneuver you to put you in a position to where we can chill. It happens every time. I don't deny people. I just be quiet and let the universe maneuver it. So yesterday I had damn near a couple of hour conversation in front of my house with somebody I don't know. And the energy was as if we been knew each other and already knew each other. And it's because we pushing the same agenda. But going back to what I was saying, shouts out to him and his wife. I like their couple. They have a very strong energy together. And I can tell they balance each other mentally and physically. That shit is amazing. And I think to all that's important. You will always be off balance if you don't have an equal counterpart. Or an equal counterpart that understands how you feel and what you're pushing for. So if you don't have an equal counterpart, everything about your entire life going to be a seesaw. All right. I'm going back into what I was saying about like everything's pre-written. The more and more, the problem is people think life is sporadic because they do things based on like whatever happens. But they fail to realize, like, memory is extremely important, because when you remember certain things, like, when you remember certain things, certain scenarios will resonate. And I think a lot of people, I think, like, this is why drugs is incorporated into life. I don't think people made drugs because, like, there's some, I think, like, modern drugs, and when I say drugs, I don't mean necessarily smoking. I just mean, like, prescription drugs, like Tylenol, Advils, all that other shit. Like, I think all of this shit was designed to fuck with memory. But the more you could remember, the more you start to realize, oh shit, this has been happening. So I want to tell y'all a few stories that happened to me where I was like, this shit is wild. Alright, so growing up, I was the biggest Bone Thugs and Harmony fan, and one of my favorite artists in the world was Bizzy Bone. He was my favorite artist in the world. Remind you, I was young, so I didn't really know. But come to find out, Bizzy Bone, my entire life, this before I even knew him, Bizzy Bone was always near me my whole life. Shouts out to Flesh, shouts out to Johnny Cat, shouts out to Big B, shouts out to B-Dog, shouts out to all the people. Like, Bone Thugs and Harmony was around me my entire life, and I didn't even know. My big brother and all my older cousins and all that shit has always be in the mix with Bone Thugs, and is still on tour with Bone Thugs right now. I never even knew this because I was so young. I was outside, I was maneuvering. But my favorite rapper was Bizzy Bone, and just so happens he was around me my entire life. And then, this is the craziest part about it. When I first met Bizzy Bone in person, he walked up to me and was like, yo, what's up, Daylyt? And I was like, what's up? He was like, how's your mom? How's Mama Pat? And how's son? I'm like, how the fuck this nigga know my mama? Come to find out, he been around me. Hey, chill. Come to find out, he been around me my whole time, right? Like, my whole life, he been directly in my presence, and I had no idea. So it's crazy how, like, and right now, to this day, me and Bizzy Bone is some of the closest, like, that's like one of my dogs, bro. Like, one of my dogs, I could call Bizzy, or whenever I see Bizzy, it's the longest hug in the world. And, like, he shares a different energy, like what he pushed for, and now I understand him as a person. I understand him a lot more. He got a whole different energy. So it's crazy how the universe has always kept me close to him, even when I didn't know him. And now that I know him, it still keeps me close to him. It's wild. Like, it's, so I feel like me and him supposed to do something in life. Like growing up listening to Change the World, growing up listening to all these songs that they were trying to put out. Like, I feel like the universe was telling me I'm supposed to do something with Bizzy Bone. Right? Like, I'm supposed to do something with him, or he was put here to help inspire me on the mission that I'm on. And the more and more I start to understand that, and the more it start to reveal itself to me, I'm like, yo, like, the universe have people in your life, outside your life, by your life, right by, like, it's like an algorithm set for you. So I'm going to tell you another story that's this is one of the another wildest things that I'm going to tell you. One thing with me is I have an extreme memory, man. Like I have extreme memory. Like, as far as the things that I can remember in my life, I can remember things vividly. Like, I'm talking about vividly. Like, right now, I can play my entire life backwards through my mind. Like, from today all the way back to when I was a baby, I can play it, like, in my mind, like a videotape. So, what's up, right? What is that? Who's that? Somebody. I can't really see the display, but a nigga say, what's up? It got to be somebody from our area. So, what's the deal, fool? You feel me? No, on some real shit, I can remember visually, like my memory is wild. So, like I said, I go back into, like, what do you call it? I go back into thinking, like, there's a lot of people that don't have memory. Like, a lot of y'all really don't remember. Y'all in general, like, a lot of y'all, you know what y'all remember? Trauma. Either you remember a bad boyfriend, you remember a time you got hurt, or you remember a pain, or you remember something, but you don't remember the little things. I can remember every day, every hour, every second, the time, the place, the name of the people, what the people look like. I can remember all of it. So when I was young, and I wish I could tag my mom to this. I wish I could get her on here. But when I was young, right, this is the craziest shit ever. When I was about 12 years old, no, I was younger than that. No, well, I think I was about probably like 13. I can't remember exactly. I was younger, and there used to be a candy house in Watts. The candy house was on 105th and Wilmington. It was a candy house. If anybody from Watts, they know this candy house, because this is one of the wildest candy houses in the neighborhood. So the candy house is on 105th and Wilmington. I was walking to the candy house because I used to get, this was my daily routine in candy house. They used to have the little fruities, little Tootsie Roll fruities. They was on God, you could get like 10 of them for 50 cents. No, 10 of them for a quarter. So 10 fruities for a quarter. So I used to get 10 blue ones. I had $1.50. I used to get 10 blue ones, 10 red ones, 10 green ones. Then I used to get like it's this little candy called a Della Rosa. I used to get a little Della Rosa candy, boom, and then I had 50 cents left, so I used to give me a quarter juice. I used to give me some chips. That was my plan, on God, every time. Penny candies, Binky, you know, but they went up. They was pennies when we was younger, but when we got about 13, they went up. On God, they lifted the prices. The plug went up on us. When we got a little older, the plug, yeah, you remember the Della Rosas? The plug went up on us when we got about 13, 14. On God, we went to the candy house. He talking about, yeah, these 10 for 25. What you mean? Man, they used to be a penny. Plug went up. But anywho, so as I walk out the candy house, I see a backpack on the ground. There's a backpack on the ground. I grabbed the backpack. Inside the backpack was a folder. So I'm like, ooh, I got me a folder. On God, I'm taking this to the house. So I take the folder to the house. I open the folder up. It's baseball cards. Somebody was a fan of a specific baseball player. I don't know who the person was, but there was baseball cards. There was a folder. Like to this day, I got a folder full of maybe $1 million baseball cards. Like they're like prestige baseball cards, bro. So it's a folder full of baseball cards. So they're at my mom's house right now. Folder full of baseball cards. One of the main players that was all through the book, like a lot of the cards, they were Corey Aldridge. A lot of them. A lot of the cards were Corey Aldridge cards. Like a lot of them. Right? So I'm going to tell you, at the time, I wasn't really familiar with baseball. So I'm like, well, I know Corey Aldridge is a dope baseball player, but like, nigga, you know, we know the Ken Griffey's, we know the Mike Piazzas, you feel me? We know the Hideo Nomos, you feel me? We know the ones, the nigga, the big dogs back then. We knew the big dogs. So I'm like, well, I don't know if these cars are worth that much. What the hell you want? You want to come out? Come on. Get out of there. You better not pee on my floor. I know you was like, God damn it, you. It's alright. I got no vacuum. But yeah, like I was saying, so at that moment, she really, either she got a pee or she got a boo-boo. That's why she crying. She always cry when she got a boo-boo. Get your butt over there. Alright, so look. So at the moment, it was Corey Aldridge. So I didn't really know how good he was then. I wasn't sure. So this is the craziest part. There was a folder full of Corey Aldridge cards. They're still in my mom's house to this day. fast forward to right now. Today, I'm 35 years old. Fast forward. Fast forward. I've never met no baseball player. I don't know any baseball players but one in today's time. I only know one baseball player. Guess who the fuck it is? Corey Aldridge. That's the only baseball player I know and talk to on the phone frequently. He reached out to me. This is kind of crazy, bro. This is kind of crazy, bro. It don't, like, first I used to be like,
Finished.
Alright, what are you about to do?
After the movie, I'm gonna.
Alright, you got it? Go ahead.
I'm waiting.
Alright,
So
come on. Alright. So yeah, like, bro, it's crazy. You can hit Corey Aldridge right now. He always posting me up. We always talking about shit. He really on the same path that we on right now. It's wild how the universe has certain people synced up, and when the time is right, it'll connect these people. I'm gonna tell you one more person. This finna make this story even more crazier. They don't do the puppy like that. When I was younger, my best friend, Troy Eugene Swan, he's actually in jail right now. He'll be out in a couple of years. This is one of my best friends coming up, Troy Eugene Swan. When we was younger, Troy and them went to another school than us. They left L.A. Jordan and went to a private school. In the midst of that private school, one of their head coaches was like a Lakers coach or some shit like that. Shouts out to Coach Buck. It's like in the mix with the NBA. So just so happened Troy ends up becoming a ball boy and pretty much got us all the plug on going to the Clippers games and being part of the Clippers. So this is back when the Clippers was lit. So I was always a big fan of Corey Maggette. Always. Like, I've met Corey so many times. He don't even know this. I've met Corey so many times. Like, as a youngster, I've met Corey so many times. Like I'm talking about practice with him, passing the ball, Gatorades, all type of shit. I've met Corey. Right? When I got older, today's time, me and Corey Maggette has become some of the coolest people ever, bro. Like, my dog, bro. Live right up the block. My dog. It's crazy. What I'm saying is, what I'm trying to lead up to say is, the universe itself is going to put the people that it needs to put in your life and out of your life. It's going to do it. There's no escaping it. There's no... when you really... No, you can leave her out. Leave her out, there. Leave her out. When you start to really, like, think about this shit, everybody in your life was there for a reason. You just have to maneuver and realize, what was they there for? How was they there? What was they there for? Like it's wild. That's why I tell y'all in general, y'all don't have to start telling people. You don't have to start telling people, or you don't have to tell me, specifically me, yo, Daylyt, like, I'm trying to talk to you or I'm trying to link up with you. You don't have to tell me that, right? Listen to me, y'all. You don't have to tell me that. You don't have to tell me you want to link up with me. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me that you got something to tell me. My nigga, I already know. Everybody once you start tapping in, you can feel everything in the universe, bro. Everything that's said, everything that's done is okay. Now, one of the reasons why you should never hit me up to explain to me some shit, because I can't fix your problems, my G. I'm not God. You should never reach out to somebody else to help with your problems. You gotta figure that shit out yourself, bro. Because that God thing is within us all. Once you figure it out, then you get advice and assist and all that other shit. Stop reaching. Look, man, the Bibles tell you, man, don't idolize no nigga. One of my biggest problems coming up when I was younger, I used to always try to, I should help, I should do this. Or if this person can help me, or if this person can help me, or if this person can help me. And all my life worrying about if somebody else is going to help me, my nigga, I was stagnant for a long time. If this person going to help me, if that, and I realized, my nigga, I had to do it myself. On God, if you know me, you would know I went and got the computer. I went and got the microphone. I went and got all the extra shit. I used to go to Radio Shack and buy a $5 bullshit mic. On God, I got the programs. I figured all this shit out by myself. With the help of my homie Kev. I can't even front. Kev did it first, and then after Kev did it, I figured it out. Bro, I figured it all out. I did it when you came to my house. This is for everybody who know me coming up. You come in my room, on God, I had the computer, I had the microphone, I had all the programs, I had motherfucking I had the printer. I went and bought the printer, the inkjet printer, to print my own CDs. On God, I did it all. My nigga, I realized nobody gonna help you. Nobody gonna help you. Nobody gonna help you get out of your problems. You gotta figure out how to get out of your cocoon yourself. Look, and I feel like that's a part of life. Like, right, we are no different from moths. We're no different from butterflies. We're no different from butterflies. You start off as a sperm cell, which is technically a worm, my nigga. You start off as a worm. You go inside somebody. After you go inside somebody, you go through fucking metamorphosis into an actual baby. My nigga, after that baby, you come out of the belly and then start over again as a baby into an adult. And all in this process, my nigga, look, bro, when you outside as a human being, it ain't over. You still going through a form of metamorphosis. Even though you a grown-ass human being, you still going through a form of change. So look, ain't nobody supposed to help you get out the cocoon. You got to get out of that cocoon yourself. Zayden, what are you doing with the puppy? Oh, man. You got to get out of that cocoon yourself, bro. You got to get all the way out of that cocoon yourself. Ain't nobody going to come help you out of the cocoon. You got to get out of the cocoon yourself. So look, you don't have to reach out to me for the problems. And I'm going to tell you why you should never reach out to me for your problems. Because there's a billion niggas with problems, bro. There's a billion niggas that got problems. Your problems are no more than the other person's problems. Everybody got problems. My nigga, I got problems. I just know how to maneuver through them. Everybody got problems, bro. Every single person got problems. My nigga, it's about how you get through it. I got a homie in here. My boy Bink is in here. He'll tell you. My nigga, I took risk my whole life. I've always been a risk taker to get out of a situation. Or I've always been able to take the risk for the greater good. So I'll go back to a story in my life. We used to play football outside on the concrete. Tackle. Bink used to be the quarterback, and he'll tell y'all, I probably could have been one of the best wide receivers in the world. I was just so skinny. My mom didn't want me to play back. I ain't gonna lie, I was malnutritious coming up. Y'all probably look at me now and be like, yo, Daylyt got a little size. He got a little daddy belly, you feel me? When I was coming up, my nigga, I looked like a Somalian. 94 pounds, soaking wet, ribs showing, on God. I was malnutritious like a motherfucker coming up. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. On God, I was skinny. Sticks and stones.
But only sticks.
Bing used to be the quarterback. So look, we used to play football. On God, I caught everything. I caught every single pass known to mankind. Like, you don't understand. Deion Sanders and Michael Irvin and all them, they don't got nothing on me. I'm telling you this with a passion. One day, we down. Look, we down. My nigga, I was thinking, like we wasn't gonna play football tomorrow. We down. We down 1 touchdown. It's the last touchdown. On God. Bink say, go long. On God, I do my juke. Got him off me. I go long. Bink hump. You know you from a different era when they say hum. Man, he hummed that motherfucker. Y'all don't know about the hum. On God, I'm about to hum this. See, this era don't know about the hum. Bink hummed that motherfucker. Boom.
What does that mean?
On God, the ball out of here. I looked at it. I said, I ain't gonna catch it. And we gonna lose. I got one option. My option was to dive for the catch. Dive. My nigga, we on concrete with no shoulder pads, nothing. My mind said, fuck your body, fuck your skin, fuck everything how you feel. Dive for the ball. Deal with the pain later. You gotta catch the ball.
Dad.
Yes.
Pixie just kissed the puppy when I put her up close.
Oh, that's dope.
I just heard
I
that.
swear to God, I dove for it. Caught the ball. Broke my shoulder and all that on the ground.
How'd you break your shoulder from that, Dad?
I dived for the ball, caught the ball and tucked on the ground. Broke my shoulder. On God, my bone's still out to this day.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is. This shoulder bone is out.
I didn't see it.
Because you're not tall enough to look at the top of my shoulder.
I've seen.
Bink, tell him. Link with Bink. He in here. Tell him.
Kissed you,
My
puppy.
boy is in here. He'll tell you. He threw the ball. I dove on the concrete. It was that important for me to catch the ball. It was that important. On God, I'm going to tell you, it was slow. Now that I think about it, it was slow-mo. They didn't stop. It was a slow-mo. I looked back at the homies. All the homies was like, we about to lose this game. Keefe and everybody was like, we about to lose. If Daylyt don't catch this, we about to lose. Midnight in the back. All the homies there. It played in slow-mo. I was like, I got to die for the ball. Even if it means dying. I really told myself I could die. Like, I'm about to die for a football on I did it.
Why weren't you on the grass?
I have no idea why we didn't play on the grass. I think it felt better to play on the concrete because it was more like it was
harder.
It was harder. I dove for it. I did it. Caught the ball. Scored the touchdown, broke my shoulder, got up, hurt. I don't even remember crying. I just was like, I think my shit broke. Everybody like, damn, nigga, this nigga shoulder popping out. Damn, nigga, I walked home. On God, game over, we won. I walked home, shoulder was fucked up. At that moment, I realized, like it's on you. Even if you gotta hurt yourself for the greater good, on God. Some of y'all niggas is hurt yourself because y'all weirdos. On God, I'm gonna split my wrist ass nigga. You niggas weak. Sometimes you got to be willing to make that sacrifice for the greater good. All right. Sometimes you got to be willing to make that sacrifice for the greater good. And that's kind of where I be at right now. Like, my nigga, I give up my life for people. For people I don't even know. I give up my life for people that won't give up their life for me because I understand, like, seeing other people smile is worth more. Like, seeing other people happy is a happiness for myself. I've always been like that. Since I was a kid, seeing other people happy is a happiness for me. I feel it. It feels good. It feels way better. It feels way better. Like, man, I'm like, even when I was younger, I'm going to tell y'all another thing when I was younger. So in my neighborhood, we had two sides. On God, we had the Mexican side, we had the black side. I lived directly in the middle. Right? Everybody knew each other, but, you know, all my black, on God, I walk out my door, I make a left, all the black homies that way. On God, Bink, Keefe, Andre, Monique, Shamel, Jasmine, everybody that way. I make a left, all my Mexican homies the other way. Gabriel, Junior, Bado, Sergio. On God, I used to maneuver back and forth. Right? I used to maneuver. So if I make a left, okay, I know they playing baseball. On God, they gonna have the tacos or frijoles and all that. On God, I'm going that way today. I used to come outside my house, make a left, or make a right. Whoever outside, on God, walk to the left. What y'all doing? This, we from the Sandlot era. Y'all don't really know. These kids today, y'all don't know about the Sandlot. God, we from the Sandlot era. We from the Mighty Ducks era. We from the outside era. So make a left, on God, they playing big baseball. Junior and all. Junior, Sergio, Bado, Junior, Gabriel, Sergio, Bado, on God. We playing baseball. They playing, man, baseball was it. Look, you use the street poles as the bases. Look, that street pole, that's first base. The first street, because it's like it's a pothole in the middle of the cul-de-sac. So the pothole is the home plate. The first pole on the left is first base. The little crack right there in the middle of the street, that's second base. The third pole is on the other side, then come back home. On God, we used to be playing World Series games. World Series. Oh God. Stealing base and all. I'm out of here. Then if I wanted to play basketball, or football, on God, I come out the house, I make a right. I'm going down there with Bink, Dre, on God, Keefy them, on God, especially when Pernell and them moved in there, Poochie and all them. Oh yeah, basketball games went up. Jimmy's and everybody. Man, they pull the court out. Oh God, they pull the court out, man. We had big basketball games, full courts, all type of shit. So I noticed I've always been like this with life. Like, okay, boom, boom, boom. Like, it always gave me options. Okay, I'm going to fuck with them, whatever. The best part about it is that I've always wanted to see people happy. And even to this day, right, every Sunday, even to this day, I don't even have, I'll tell y'all one of my problems. Because I know y'all be trying to figure out is this nigga Daylyt even human? I'm going to tell y'all one of my problems. One of my biggest problems, I don't really know what happiness is. There's numerous times where I try to live worldly, if you shall say. In the midst of something amazing, I still be maybe it's because I'm so I don't I don't really know how to buy clothes. I don't know how to buy jewelry. I don't play video games. I play a game for a second or two and be I'm over this. I don't know what worldly happiness is. So it's hard. When I'm on stage, people be cheering, you're the best. When I do battles and shit, yo, Daylyt, you're the fucking lyrical god. I just be yes, whatever. So, not really having a full emotional attachment to this world, I feel like that's what bothers me, because I may come off wrong to some people, right? Last night I had a show, it's pretty crowded. And after the battle, a fan walks up to me, random dude walks up to me, yo, Daylyt, man, you fucking amazing, yada yada yada, and he yeah, bro, can I take a picture? I'm like, yeah, take a picture. He was just looking at me. He was like, why the fuck you so calm? You just had an amazing show. And I'm like, I don't know. I guess. He bro, you don't understand, the way you put words together and shit is godly and yada yada yada. And I'm just well, I think for me, you know how people say a person is talented? For me, I don't consider myself a talented individual. Most people are happy because they are talented at something, so it strikes the nerves in there to make them happy. I don't necessarily feel like I'm talented. I feel like I'm an Aquarius. I like that. I am an Aquarius. One thing about me and one thing about my sign and one thing about people like myself, we are more understanders than talented. Not necessarily a talented individual, more of a understanding. Reverse engineer. We can see something and see how it works. I think that's a skill set that we was blessed with. Reverse engineer. You can see something, see how it works, and do it extremely good, fast. For me, that's been me. I just need to see. If I can see what's happening, I can learn it within seconds. I just need to see. Show me how it works. Open the cage. Show me the mechanical parts of how this works, and I'll be able to do it, and I'll be able to maneuver it in a way that's not possible. I've always understood the glitches to this world. I've always understood, just show me. Just show me. I'll figure it out. Just show me. I just need to see the blueprint, and I'll literally maneuver this shit to extreme. So one thing about myself, I am in a position to where there is no position. I just want to figure it out. Now, I do get glimpses of happiness. I'm going to tell you a few glimpses of happiness that I've gotten. When I first created my first website from scratch, I was like, this is amazing. When I first learned Adobe After Effects and I did a few of my first like wild edits, I was like, this is fucking amazing. And then within the split 3 seconds, I was like, oh, next, let me try some other shit. So now I'm at a point of my life to where I have to try to find things that make me happy. I try to find things that make me happy because I don't even know what happiness is. But this is the crazy part about it. I don't even know what sadness is neither. It's almost like I no longer even live in the emotional scale of life. And for that reason, I feel like I'm going into a Dr. Manhattan way of thinking. Oh God, you ever look at Dr. Manhattan? He be like, well, sadness is even ability or possibility of that would not equate. Oh God, Dr. Manhattan no longer live in the realm of human, even emotionally That's the mind state I'm going into, like a Dr. Manhattan type of mind state where I'm just like purpose, time, finish. Purpose, time, finish. Creation, creating, purpose, time, finish your creation. Like that's it. Purpose, time, finish your creation. That's kind of where I go, bro. Because for me, things that people struggle with, like learning, like building, like blocks, like Lego blocks, like just complete comprehension, I've learned how to maneuver like no other. A lot of people, especially in the battle rap community, they go, yo, Daylyt, well, how do you think of or how do you come up with the things you come up with? And if y'all knew, yes?
Where's the, can I use the charger?
What are you doing?
I need to charge my tablet. I want to take a picture so I can complete my thing.
Here. Alright, so if y'all really knew how my mind works and how this shit works. So for a large portion of my battle rap career, I never wrote for battles. A large portion of my career, I never wrote for battles. Ever. The craziest part about it would be showing up to the event. I'm going to tell you, because I'm a challenger and I like to challenge myself, and I like to put myself to mental challenges that is beyond human thinking. So I show up to the battle with no material, zero. I wouldn't start thinking of my rounds until I am on the stage. Now, I'm going to tell you a valuable thing about playing sports, adrenaline. Adrenaline, you have the ability to create a slow-mo time portal. You always have the ability to create a slow-mo time portal while doing adrenaline. When you get pushed to a panic state, you can slow down time. How do I know this? I play basketball. In basketball, there comes times where you feel like you moving way faster than everybody. You know them games where you go for 40 and 50 and 60 and shit like that? Those games, you feel like you moving 100 times faster than everybody else. Adrenaline. So there was times where I've stood on stage, whether it was one round I got out or not. I really didn't care about battle rap to that perspective, because none of these niggas even impressed me, not a bit. I stood on stage and test myself, and I tried to make myself better mentally in so many aspects. I never really cared about who I was battling. As y'all see, because the material was so dense, it was so fucking surface level, so it could never impress me. It never impressed me at all. I used to be on stage completely bored. So I would test myself. Show up to the battle with absolutely no material. And when they say Daylyt is on you, at that moment I would literally slow down time. And I would sit there and I would write either a first round, second round, or third round. I only had one round that I can write. I never was mentally strong enough to do a full 3. But I would sit there, and from when he said Daylyt is on you until when I said, yo, in that little 3 seconds, I had the opportunity to write full fucking 3-minute rounds. It's the same thing, the same technique freestylers do when they rebuttal, right? Or sometimes freestylers will think about the rebuttal like as the bar is happening. It's the same thing. So in that point of time, right, I'll create a whole 3 minute, at least 2 minutes and 90 seconds. 2 minutes and 30-second bar verse at that moment. These are the type of mental exercises I used to do to push myself to no return. Now, there's been a few times where I tried to do that and my mind didn't turn on. I got my ass kicked. It happens a few times. But it was more of a challenge for me, and I love challenging myself. I've always loved challenging myself, and I still to this day love challenging myself mentally and physically. Like, I still play ball on a daily basis, but I still study on a daily basis. And a lot of y'all think I don't study. Well, I don't necessarily study, right? When most people study, they read books or they go through the internet or they go down that. Me, I literally just meditate. Like, I'll literally sit somewhere quiet and my mind will come up with every answer I ever desired. And the more and more you study from that perspective, I'm going to tell you, like, even when studying, you still got to read shit in English. And English has so many booby traps. And it's not designed for the general consumers to fully understand the language. So, sometimes you just got to let go of the English language and go within. You got to learn, like, mentally. You got to go deep in your mind mentally. A lot of your genetic codes will start unlocking. A lot of your codes will start unlocking. I think once the codes start unlocking inside your mind, then the world start maneuvering around you. Even when people start, like, once you start unlocking codes and start really, really putting things into perspective, people will try to book you. Like, you'll see people try to book you, and determining like what type of person you are as an Avenger, an individual. Yeah, I do that. So I just thought of a crazy idea. Not to change the subject. I just thought of a crazy idea. Have you ever noticed how many people go to the library daily? You know what's wild? You niggas would really sit here and just watch somebody not say nothing? That ain't weird to y'all? It's not weird. It's kind of spooky. That nigga would just sit here and watch a nigga. Like, if I was really going to sleep, I was really, like, dying or some shit, y'all really, nigga, I could have been dying. You niggas, wow. Super wild. I hate y'all.